they came to see me. Who repping like me? Don't make me get up out of my seat. Don't make me come up off of this beat. All right, what's up out there to all of my fellow gold diggers? So we are going to be talking about 10 things that we as entrepreneurs can learn from the Beyoncé Bowl, because they don't call her Queen B for nothing. During her Beyoncé Bowl, Beyoncé was dropping some gems that all of us as entrepreneurs and business owners can glean from and use in our business. So they call her Queen B, but I think the B also stands for business, because she is definitely about her business, and she gave us a blueprint for us to follow. Okay, now if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Rita the Gold Digger, where I share my life as a wife, mom, entrepreneur, and business owner, all while trying to crush and achieve my goals. If you enjoy what you see, if you like the content, then please be sure to like the video, share the video with a friend, and also be sure to subscribe to the channel. Okay, the first gem that I have is Beyoncé shared with us the power of storytelling, and you must remember that your brand and your business must tell a story. So at the Beyoncé Bowl, Beyoncé painted a story about the history of country music, and the way she did that is that she utilized other black country artists that always don't get their shine to show the roots of country music, to show the roots of cowboy culture as well, because she also had black cowboys and featured that culture in her performance. She also did a special shout out to HBCUs by incorporating a HBCU band during her performance. So she really painted the picture for us about the history of black people, not only in country music, but also in cowboy culture, as well as our roots in Texas as well, by utilizing a HBCU who was based out of Texas. Okay, she definitely put on for the culture, because the only thing white that they had on was their outfits, or as well as the horses and the cars. That was it. Okay, she recognized other minorities in country music by when she was singing with the other female country artists, as well as performing with other artists as well. So she wanted to highlight them and showcase them and let them know and let the world know that they are part of this story. Okay, so as entrepreneurs, you should be using storytelling as well to let people know about your products, your brand, as well as your services. And when you do this, this allows you to be able to create connections with people who might be more willing to support your brand, as well as the customers and clients that you already have. Okay, so that was gem number one. The second gem that Miss Beyoncé Knowles Carter dropped is that you should invest in your vision. And by investing in your vision, also, I'm going to say you need to realize that preparation is key. So this country album that Beyoncé came out with was 5 years in the making. Okay, so you have to be willing to invest the time into your business, invest that commitment into your business, and realize, hey, this is going to take some time before it comes to fruition, before I can see the finished product. So oftentimes when we use the word invest, you think about investing money. Yes, you probably do have to invest money, but you also want to make sure you're investing your time and you're staying committed to the project that you have in front of you. Okay, so preparation is key, making sure you have the foresight to be able to forecast into the future of how things are going to be able to look, making sure you have the stamina and the endurance to see it through until the end. Okay, and preparation is key. Now also, as a side note too, Beyoncé is a very talented artist. She has been singing for a very long time, since she was a young girl, but she still has to prepare and get ready for her performances so that she will always do well and always do an exceptional job. And y'all saw her when she did her entrance on the horse. Even that required preparation. Now that horse is all bumpy and stuff, but Beyoncé did not miss a note at all, and that definitely required preparation on her part to make sure she sounds effortlessly flawless and not out of breath, or when the horse bumps or something, that her voice also doesn't catch or anything like that. But you have to be well prepared for those situations that you encounter, and so that the full vision can come out like you want to. So as entrepreneurs, the tip that I'm going to give you from that is to make sure when you invest in your vision, that your vision is crystal clear. Make sure you can see it so clearly, even down to the minute details. And when I say about that, even Beyoncé had stuff down to the very finite details, because if you look at some of the behind the scenes stuff, you'll see as she's transitioning from one stage to the next, she has time where people are like, toweling her down, making sure she's comfortable, she's running off to the next thing or whatever. So you have to make sure all those fine details are in place so that everything can run smoothly and that your vision can come to fruition. Okay, so entrepreneurs, have a crystal clear vision for yourself. Make sure you're investing in your vision, and in order to do that, preparation is key. All right, the third gem that I got from the Beyoncé Bowl is that you must own your narrative. Beyonce refused to be put in a box. Like, you're not going to just say she's an R&B singer. She said, no, hold up. I'm not in a box. I also can do country music. The album from prior to that, it had like a disco kind of dance hall kind of theme and stuff like that. She's like, I'm just not about R&B. I can sing whatever genre of music that you present to me, and I will do it exceptionally well. So you must own your own narrative, explore different genres of music or different areas in your business, and refuse to allow someone else to control your story, or refuse to allow someone else to paint the picture for you. So as entrepreneurs, you need to take charge of how you want your brand, how you want your products, how you want your services to be presented to your potential clients, your customers, as well as to the world. Take control of your narrative so that you're presenting yourself in the best light possible. And your messaging should resonate with the people that you are trying to attract. Those are your clients and those are your customers. And your messaging should also align with the values that you have for yourself, as well as what you have for your business. Okay? All right. So the fourth gem I have from the Beyoncé Bowl is that Beyoncé showed us that collaboration always beats competition. So always choose collaboration over competition. And we saw that because, as I mentioned before, she featured other Black country music artists. She also featured other country artists in her performances. She collaborated with that HBCU band. She recognized individuals in the cowboy culture as well. So she collaborated with all different kinds of people. And when you collaborate, sometimes we don't want to collaborate because we think that when we help someone else, it takes the shine off of us. But when we work together, all of us shine brighter. So we have to be willing to work together. So my takeaway from that, entrepreneurs, you need to ask yourself, who can you collaborate with along the way? Okay, who is available that you can collaborate with? And when you do that, when you collaborate with other people, this can help you be introduced to a new audience. It can also help you introduce the people who you're collaborating with to your audience so that they can expand and they can broaden the audience and the people that they are trying to reach as well. And it helps you to give them some shine. Just because you're giving someone else some shine, putting someone else in the spotlight, that doesn't take away from your shine. That doesn't take away from your moment in the spotlight. So be willing to work together. That's age-old saying, like, teamwork makes the dream work. So choose collaboration over competition. All right. The fifth gem that Beyonce Knowles Carter dropped during her Beyoncé Bowl was to make sure you create your own table. Stop waiting for a seat at the table. Okay. And so Beyonce, as I mentioned prior, this album was like 5 years in the making, but she was inspired to do this album when she was not recognized by the country music community. Okay, and so instead of waiting for them to recognize her, she said, I'm about to bust this door wide open, and you can't help but to sit up and take notice of me and what I'm doing, and I'm going to put it on full display for everyone to see. And she reminded them who they came to see. B. They came to see B. Okay, so if one door closes for you, if an opportunity is not made available to you, stop waiting for a seat at the table. Create your own table. Create your own seat. Make your own ways. Make things happen for yourself. So my advice to entrepreneurs is you need to shine regardless of what room you're in or what room you're not in, okay? Shine regardless. Do your very best and make your presence known to people. And oftentimes that means that you're probably going to have to create opportunities for yourself instead of waiting for someone else to give you the opportunity, okay? All right, so the sixth gem that Beyonce dropped was that you need to be playing chess and not checkers, okay? And what I mean by that, you need to leverage strategic partnerships that you have. For the Beyoncé Bowl, of course, she partnered with the NFL. She was partnered with Netflix. You know, she also, as I mentioned, collaborated with these other country music artists and stuff like that. And with her doing that partnership with the NFL and Netflix, she ended up getting more views. More people were watching her than the people who were watching the Country Music Awards, which were the ones, you know, who kind of snubbed her or whatever for her country music album. So you leverage those strategic partnerships. And by her leveraging them, she got more exposure than she could have ever gotten by trying to, you know, cozy up or play nice with the Country Music Awards. And that goes back to the previous gem. It's like create your own table if they won't give you a seat at their table, okay? And then also with her doing the performance, at her performance, she was also able to promote herself, because she teased out that she was going to have something coming out in January, and of course that got postponed because of things that were going on in LA. But still, she leveraged that partnership. She was like, hey, you're going to see me tonight, but guess what? I need you to tune back in on this particular day and check me out, because I have something else in the works. I have something else special for you. So you have to leverage those partnerships. So my advice to new entrepreneurs is think about what strategic partnerships you can leverage and use to your advantage. Now, when you do these partnerships, you want to make sure that they are advantageous to all parties involved, but make sure you leverage the hell out of them so that you can get the most bang for your buck. Okay. I have been known to say before, like, if I do something, no matter what I do, I'm not doing it for just one singular reason. I usually need to have multiple reasons for me to, embark on a particular thing. And that's how you have to look at it in business. Like, hey, we're not just doing this one thing to make money. It's like, oh, we're going to make money from it, but also we're going to get more exposure. It's going to open up this particular opportunity for us. It's going to put us in connection with this person that we were trying to, meet for the longest time. Like, I need to have multiple reasons for why I'm doing a certain thing, not just one thing, and definitely not just based off of money. Because oftentimes, if you only are focused on getting the money, you will miss out on leveraging other opportunities that can come about from it. Okay, so you want to ask yourself, what else can I leverage out of this deal? How can I use this partnership to my full advantage? How can I parlay this opportunity to the next level, which is what Beyonce did? Okay, you see me on Christmas, but come back, check me out in January, because I got something else for you too. And then how is this partnership setting you up for future success and not just present success? Okay, and also please remember, if Beyonce has to, as big as Beyonce is, and if she has to leverage opportunities, then so do you. Okay. All right. Now, the next gem that she dropped, the 7th gem, was you have to be willing to take risks and diversify. So for Beyonce, it would be considered risky for her doing a country album, especially since she's been known as an R&B singer. Like, where have you heard about an R&B singer transitioning over to do country music or something like that? I mean, if anybody has done it, they possibly have lost fans, and she faced that risk as well. But I guess she realized that the opportunity cost of her doing that was greater than the potential loss. So when you take risk, you want to make sure that the opportunity cost will outweigh the risk that you're taking. Because with her doing that, she possibly garnered new fans. She probably did garner new fans. And even her old fans, her loyal fans, have a newfound appreciation for her and how versatile she is, and how she can, make any genre of music, trendy and popular and sound good and everything. Okay. And this also helped her to diversify her music catalog. So us as entrepreneurs must be willing to take calculated risk. And when I say calculated risk, you must outweigh the opportunity cost with the potential losses as well. So take calculated risks, because this can lead to significant rewards, and this can help differentiate you from your competition. Okay. Now, the 8th gem that she dropped is that you need to always be adapting and evolving. And this goes back to her doing her country music album. And the album she did before that, as I mentioned before, it was kind of like a disco dance hall kind of theme and stuff like that. So it wasn't like just regular R&B or hip hop or what you were used to getting from her. She even was versatile in that. So always be willing to adapt and evolve and try new things as an entrepreneur. And you must realize you must constantly be evolving as an entrepreneur and business owner. You must constantly be evolving and growing. And you have to stay abreast of the things that are going on in your industry. And you also must be willing to adapt and have your strategies in place to make changes in order to meet the needs of your customers so that you can serve them well. Okay. Now, the 9th gem that Beyonce dropped is one that we know, but she displayed it so beautifully, and that is to create memorable experiences. And she definitely did that. People were talking about that performance, immediately after, for days after. We're almost a month out from it, and people are still talking about it. People were making, social media content. It's all kinds of stuff on social media that you can see, reels and shorts that people created. People are recreating her dance moves that she did. So she definitely created a memorable experience. So if you're an entrepreneur or a small business owner, you too must also create memorable experiences for your clients and for your customers. And in order to do that, you must be giving exceptional customer service. You must be under promising and over delivering in the services and the products that you provide to your clients. And you want to leave them wanting more and bragging about you for days to come, just like we did for Miss Beyoncé Carter. Okay, we are still talking about that today. We are still talking about how wonderful that performance was. Okay, so that was number 9. And the last and final thing that I have, gem that Beyoncé dropped from her Beyoncé Bowl, is to leverage your content. So of course she created valuable content with her awesome performance, and because of that, as I mentioned, people have created reels, they have created shorts, so much so that even if you didn't watch the game, which I didn't watch the game, you end up watching the stuff from Beyonce. Or if you missed the game and you're like, oh, I was supposed to watch the game, once you start seeing all the stuff coming out about Beyonce, it makes you want to see, oh, what did I miss? Let me get into it. So she definitely leveraged her content, so much so that other people are sharing her content, recreating her content. And so this is also what you have to do as an entrepreneur. You need to be creating valuable content that educates, that entertains, and that engages your clients and your customers. And you can do this through social media. You can create, blog posts, you can do podcasts, whatever it is that you feel like you can engage your audience or engage your clients and your customers to leverage the content, and that will help tell your story. That will help tell them about your products and the services that you have to offer. Okay, all right, so that was the final thing. Let's do a quick recap of the 10 gems Beyonce dropped at the Beyoncé Bowl. Number 1, she told us about the power of storytelling. Number 2, she showed us that we need to invest in our vision. Number 3, she showed us that we need to own our narrative. Number 4, she told us how we can collaboration will always trump competition. 5, she showed us how to create your own table and stop waiting for a seat at someone else's. Number 6, she taught us to play chess and not checkers. Number 7, she showed us that you must be willing to take risk and diversify. Number 8, she showed us that she is always adapting and evolving. Number 9, she taught us the importance of creating memorable experiences. And last but not least, she taught us that you must leverage your content. Okay, now which one of these gems resonated with you? Please let me know in the comment section, because we're going to continue to take notes. We're going to continue to take lessons from the Queen Bee herself so that we can level up our business. Okay, so I hope this was helpful to you. Remember to like the video, share it with someone who can benefit from it, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, thanks so much for watching. Take care.